Now, if you consistently do these 5 exercises, you will be on your way to your first pull-up in no time. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm super excited for this one because this is the first video on this channel where I'm going to be going over some tips to get your first pull-up. Now, the pull-up is an amazing back exercise. It's a great calisthenics movement that's perfect for beginners to master. And although it is considered one of the harder variations of beginner movements, if we're talking about push-ups, dips, pull-ups, squats, the pull-up tends to be the trickiest for people to learn. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you more ways than to just spamming attempts over and over again. I'll give you guys good target reps and sets to do, and most of these variations are beginner friendly. So before we begin, there's going to be 3 components of the pull-up that we will be addressing in this video. One of it is going to be your grip strength, another is going to be your back strength, which is responsible for your pulling movement, and the other is going to be your bicep strength, because when we are pulling, it requires elbow flexion, and your biceps, brachialis, brachioradialis is all responsible for elbow flexion. So the stronger we get at elbow flexion, it's actually going to assist us in the pulling movement as well. So enough chit chat, let's go ahead and get into the 5 exercises that will help you get your first rep in the pull-up. All right, guys, so exercise number 1 is going to be Australian pull-ups, aka bodyweight rows. Now today I am using a dip bar, but if you don't have one of these, no worries at all. You can do this movement using a table, using 2 chairs, 2 couches, or even some beds, if you have a bed frame that you can hold onto. But finding an object that lets you get into this position will suffice. And also keep in mind that the higher this bar is going to be, the easier this exercise is going to be, and the lower this bar is, the harder it's going to be. So for Australian pull-ups, I'll show you an easier and harder variation. So to start off with the easier variation, you're going to get under the bar or the table, whatever you're using. You're going to have your legs bent just like this, and then you're going to kind of do a glute bridge motion. So you're going to bring your hips up just like that so that your body line is neutral. From this position, all you're going to be doing is just pulling up just like this, as high as you can go, and controlling back down. Again, so pull up, come back down. The goal is to try to get your chest to touch the object, but if you can't right now, no worries at all. Just do the best that you can. This is a horizontal pulling movement, and a pull-up is a vertical pulling movement. Generally speaking, horizontal pulling is a little bit easier, especially when it comes to calisthenics. And this is going to do a lot of things. First, it's going to target our lats because lats are responsible for extending the shoulder. It's also going to target our mid-back, such as our rhomboids and middle traps, because it requires a retraction of the shoulder blades. And also, we are getting some biceps, brachioradialis and brachialis, because our elbows are flexing just like this. So just like that, we're targeting many muscle groups with this movement. And a good goal for this exercise is to be able to do 3 sets of 8 controlled repetitions, just like this. Now, if this is pretty easy, or if you've gotten good at this, we can make this a little bit harder. Instead of being in this bent leg position, now what we can do is straighten our leg out, just like this. By straightening our leg out, it creates a longer lever for the exercise and offsets the load that's on our legs so that we have to pull more of our body weight. So here's what that looks like. So straighten the leg out, do a bridge to get a neutral hip line, and then pull up just like that. It is noticeably harder, but it's a great way to build some pull strength. Exercise number 2. This one is going to be isometric assisted holds. All isometric means is having a muscle contract without actually moving it through the full range of motion. So here's how to do it using the same dip bar. All you're going to do is you're going to be in the seated position just like this. You're going to grab onto the pull-up bar, and you're going to use your legs to help you assist up and above the bar, and you're just going to hold this position for 5 seconds, okay? The longer you're able to hold it, the better, but choose a hold time, which you'll be able to do for 5 sets. And you can also tweak this exercise to make it a little bit more bicep dominant, and all you have to do is just use a underhand grip just like this, which is called supination, and just like a chin-up, you're just going to pull yourself up, keep the chin above the bar for anywhere from 6 to 10 seconds, and then come back down. Isometrics are a great way to help build a little bit of endurance as well in that position. And you also don't have to do this on the dip bar. If you just have a normal pull-up bar, what you can do is you can attach a band to the pull-up bar and hold yourself up at that top position with the band assisting you up. All right, guys, exercise number 3, we are going to be transitioning into a pull-up bar. And exercise number 3 is going to be pull-up eccentrics or pull-up negatives. So all you're gonna be doing, you can do this 2 ways. You can either have a chair behind you or you can just jump up to the pull-up bar. And for this, I'll show you guys the jumping method first. Grab onto the pull-up bar, and then we're just gonna jump above so our chin gets up the bar, and we're just gonna control the weight going down best we can. So here's what it looks like. So grab the bar, jump up, slowly lower ourselves just like that. So one more time, grab the bar, jump up, slowly lower ourselves like that. So here's what it looks like with the chair. You're gonna stand on the chair, have your chin above the bar, and then step off the chair. And lower yourself nice and controlled. Again, step on the chair, get the chin over the bar, step off the chair, and lower yourselves. Now, at first, it might look like this, where you get above the bar and just kind of drop. That's completely okay. As you keep practicing, you'll be able to control that lowering phase slower and slower, which is evidencing that you are getting stronger. Now, a good goal in terms of sets and reps is to be able to do 3 sets of 5 of those, but an even more specific goal that you can have for these is by controlling the negative portion for about 3 to 5 seconds. So instead of just dropping like this within 1 or 2 seconds, we jump up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can control it for that long, then you are already building some serious strength. So start incorporating negatives. They are a game changer. Now, exercise number 4 is going to be called scapular pull-ups. So when we do pull-ups, the first initial movement of the pull-up actually requires your shoulder blades to kind of retract a little bit and depress. So your shoulder blades will literally just go back and down and set your scapulas right in order to initiate the proper pulling movement. And that's exactly what this exercise is going to be doing. And all you have to do for this exercise is you are going to be grabbing the pull-up bar, you're going to be hanging just like this, and you're going to be doing a reverse shrug motion. So just like that. Notice how my arms aren't actually bending. I'm purely getting movement from my shoulder blade, and they are retracting and depressing. So if you guys are able to look at my shoulder blades right now, you'll see exactly what I mean. So I'll do the movement again. I'm just hanging on the bar and then retracting and depressing from the shoulder blade, just like that, with no bend in my elbow. A good goal for that one is going to be 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions, and in order to have good pull-ups, you require a lot of good scapular control, and this is a great exercise for that. All right, exercise number 5, the final exercise, is going to be dead hangs. This is directly targeting our grip strength. Without good grip strength, pull-ups are going to be a lot harder, and that goes for any pulling movement in general. A lot of the times, our grip and forearm is what gives out before our back musculature strength, so it's really, really important to train grip strength. And this one's super straightforward. All you're gonna do is you're just gonna grab onto the bar, and you are just going to be hanging, get the legs off, and just hold this hang for about 15 to 30 seconds for 3 sets. Now, if that is too hard for you, no worries at all. We can make this a little bit easier by simply just hanging with both of our feet on the ground, and we can control how much our feet are gonna be supporting us in this movement. And as you get stronger, what you can do is you can take 1 foot off the ground and only have 1 foot supporting you. And as you get better at that, then you can take both feet off and just hang. Again, a good goal is to do about 3 sets of 15 to 30 second holds, depending on where you are at. All right, guys, so those are the 5 exercises that I have for you guys today. And you guys may be wondering, what order do I do it in? And that's a very valid question. Now, a lot of videos online have guides to start off with dead hangs, but I actually don't think that you should start off with dead hangs, especially if you're gonna be holding it for like 3 sets of 30 seconds. The reason I said don't start off with dead hangs is because it's going to tire your grip out pretty quickly. And like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people have the problem of their grip giving out first before their back musculature strength. So a lot of people have weak grip and aren't able to do pull-ups because of it. And if you tire your grip out with dead hangs, all the other exercises are gonna be a lot harder, and you're gonna struggle to get a good amount of quality reps in. So what I actually recommend is starting off with scapular pull-ups, because yes, that can warm up your grip strength but not tire you out too much, but it also warms up your scapular muscles, and that is really important for pulling. But after you do that, the other order is really up to personal preference. There's a lot of variation with what exercise people find the hardest. So try all of them out and then see what order you like doing it the best. There's no wrong order to do it. I just personally recommend don't start off with dead hangs and fry your grip before you're actually doing the pull workout. But if you start incorporating these 5 exercises into your routine, I have no doubt that your first pull-up is going to be well on its way. Of course, there's going to be bumps on the road, so don't get too disappointed if it takes you a little longer than you think. Just stay consistent and keep working hard, and you will get your first pull-up down. I have more pull-up tutorials coming soon, but other than that, that wraps up today's video. I do want to quickly mention that I do have a free 3 3-day beginner training course. It's completely free and it includes sample workouts, a habit tracker, and even some mindset coaching in there as well to help you get started with your fitness journey in a sustainable way. If you guys are interested, click the link in the description below. I'd love to have you in there. Other than that, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at The Calisthenics Project for more calisthenics tips. Hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys in the next video, and peace out.